It's too bad Arch's first game as the starter this year, no one's going to see. Wait a minute. What a monster game. I mean, you must be, and everybody at Big Noon on Fox, and everybody must be out of their minds in anticipation of
1
Saturday,
versus 2 now.
Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Have we ever had a 1 versus 2 on week 0? If you
no,
will?
well, that's not. It's week 1. Week 0 is the week before.
My bad. Then
but you can watch the Kansas Fresno State game.
Thank you, sir. I will do that. Well done. There'll be something extra. But yeah, I mean, this is insane. What a first big game. Like, what's your first blush thoughts? Obviously, you've got the defending national champs moving in a new direction at quarterback themselves. What do you got for me?
Can't wait. I mean, I would argue that the best player in the country is at Ohio State. That's Jeremiah Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was number 1 on my freaks list this year. He is a guy, if he was in the draft, I think he would be the first pick in the draft. He is that special.
Right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw what he did last year. I understand. But okay, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, the interesting part here with Ohio State, obviously defending national champs, as you said, Will Howard, the quarterback, who played really well down the stretch. He's now off in the NFL. They have to replace him, whether it's, Julian Sand was the big recruit who's very accurate, and I think he'll be the guy. But Lincoln Keenholz is a guy who's been around, more athletic, bigger, gives them more of a running presence at the quarterback. Not want to say similar to Will Howard, but has some of that in him. The part that is the wild card for me for Ohio State is both coordinators are gone, right? Chip Kelly, who did a really good job, especially with the run game last year. He's now in Las Vegas with Pete Carroll. And Jim Knowles, who did an amazing job with the defense, he's at Penn State. So now you get Matt Patricia, who's never been a college coach, running the defense. And Brian Hartline, who's been an amazing receivers coach, now he steps up into that role. They don't have those 2 great running backs, and those guys were dynamite for Ohio State. I think that's the biggest area where there's going to be a drop-off. It's not at quarterback. I think that's the part where you're like, man, they had Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins were a lethal 1-2 punch, and they really exploited it last year in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're not going to be a playoff team. I still think they're loaded. I mean, Caleb Downs is probably the best defensive player in the country. He's the safety. And obviously, Jeremiah Smith's the best offensive player. So you start with that. They got great linebackers who can run and are big and impressive. But there's probably going to be some growing pains a little bit just because new coordinators. And again, I think they're going to miss the run game element just because the talent in that running back room isn't the same as it used to be.
I mean, they seem to just keep on churning them
they
out.
Do.
Man.
They do. But
it's not like they're. But I understand you still need to see it, and you need to see it to the level of what we saw, national championship quality. I understand that. Have we gotten through the if Ryan Day drops one game, he should be fired stuff? Do you get a sense that from the Buckeye faithful that last year's magical run was enough? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's now. Look, lose to Michigan again, and I don't know how they react to that. But that's 3 months away.
But I understand. And listen, you know I have my fun with this, and I love it. By the way, I love talk. This is one of my favorite subject matters.
Oh, I know.
But wouldn't last year just go ahead and prove that that regular season game, as much as we love it, as much as Big Noon Fox loves to have it, that it's really all now about the games after such a thing, and that truly the next big, massive, all stakes on the table, Michigan-Ohio State game will be the first time we ever see it in the college football playoffs. Like, when you say that, like, wouldn't...
Logically, I would agree with everything you're saying, but logic doesn't work in that. I get it. I think he's a terrific coach. I think he's done an amazing job there. But it's just like, I know there is that element of the Ohio State fan base. I'm not going to guess what the percentage of how big that is.
Sure.
But I think it just kind of lurks around, especially because last year Michigan was really down.
That is correct.
So
that was correct. That was one of the most stunning Michigan wins, period. Doesn't matter against who. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.